Alright, Pierre, just a quick video on how to run the Numbar Daemons. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the app settings. Kind of important because this is going to tell it where to monitor for files. So in this example, my watch path is set as C temp numbar dembo 1.upload. So there's a standard folder structure: 1.upload, 2.processing, do not touch, 3.download, and 4.staging. Upload's the only one that's really monitored. What is the only one that monitors? The only watch path. The other ones are ignored. So because the way the watcher works, excuse me, it tends to get a bit funny about absolute versus relative paths for some reason. So you have to include them as full absolute paths. The C temp's very important because that directory maps to a user in the database. So if we go have a look here at the Numbar users table, you'll see I've got a few of the same, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to pick the first one. The important thing here is that this is the SFTP user. It's temp. Header row count here is 0, so is there a header, not a header? And after that, it really doesn't matter what information's there. So if you don't have a user, you're going to need to create one for the root to whatever your directory is that you're depositing files into. So in this case, ctemp, and you'll be good to go. And of course, make sure that your connection strings are pointing to the right environment. After that, you come over to the properties, debug settings, send it to application arguments, SFTP monitor, and 1. This is the really old school way of running the daemons. So it needs a name of the daemon to run and how many instances. Never really worked out beyond 1, but that's the way it's got to be. Then you debug. When you're debugging, it's probably a good idea to go into the SFTP monitor and just put a breakpoint on the onCreated. And that'll just kind of take you through the series of steps you need to worry about. You don't really need to worry too much about all the harnessing with the watchers and stuff. Just know that it works for right now. Obviously, you can dig into it if you're curious, but it's not critical to solving this problem. So you'll see here that I've got a breakpoint I should probably take off because that doesn't really matter. All right, the only breakpoint I care about is the onCreated here. So what I'm going to do to trigger this is to go to the file system. Actually, that's just off screen here. I'll pull it down. There we go. We won't go to where I'm recording the video to. We'll go to C temp. Let's make it bigger here. Numbar, and then we're going to go to demo. I've got a file in staging. I'm going to copy that. Go to upload. It's there from a previous test. I like to test things before I record. Can you blame me? And then we're going to see this onCreated's triggered. And it's going to get the path, and it's going to look up the user, and do all sorts of fun, happy day things, which effectively results in the file being queued to RabbitMQ. It will possibly trigger a few more times after the file. You only need to go through once. Once it's in the queue, it's good. Then we're going to come back to program, and I'm just going to copy. These are the actual daemons. So we did the SFTP monitor. I'm going to copy the file handler. Those are the only two that we actually worry about right now. And I'm going to change this over to the other one. Where's the file handler? There's the file handler. And if you want to, you can set a breakpoint, come through, and watch it go through the whole processing. This is where you're actually going to care. This is where the whole manipulation of the file happens. But it's going to take a little bit to build. The idea is it's going to pop up with the console, just like the previous one did, and you can work through that. I'm not going to keep recording. I think that should get you up and running, hopefully. If not, just shoot me a message, and I'll see what I can do to further refine the information. All right. Go team!